Welcome to this DDI CADcast What's New series. I'm Michael Nolte. Today we're going to be covering what's new in SOLIDWORKS Electrical Schematics Part 3. Here's a quick list of all the items that we'll be covering in this segment. Be sure to check out Part 1 and Part 2 if you haven't seen those already. But we're going to go through these items and kind of show you some of the new features here with 2015 Electrical Schematics. Alright, so the first item is the Enhanced Formula Manager, but I did want to cover again real quick where I'm getting all the what's new. There's actually two lists this year. First one is if you go to the Help menu in the SOLIDWORKS Electrical Schematics, so the 2D program. Go to the Help menu, jump over to the Contents tab, and the New Features. So I've been covering that in Part 1 and Part 2. When we get into Part 3 here, we're actually jumping into SOLIDWORKS itself, the 3D portion. And I'm going to go to the Help menu, What's New, and the PDF here. So this particular PDF has some additional items. Some of them are duplicates from what's in the list in the Schematics program itself, but some of them are not covered in that section. So this is where I'm diving into with this Part 3 section. Alright, so Enhanced Formula Manager. Again, the formulas, I showed you on one of the previous videos that formulas for the marks, that's changed. I do want to go into the wire styles formula. So this is one of the big ones I think a lot of you have been requesting. And just to keep in mind, they've actually added over 40 additional variables across all the different formulas. One of the things is the ability of concatenating wire or data together. So I think one of the items that we've been getting lots of requests for, enhancement requests for, is the wire numbering. So I'm going to go wire numbering style. I'm just going to pick out a particular wire here, go into its properties, and again, wires are project specific. So I'm using wire numbering, so I'm going to use the wire formula. I'll go and click in the field on the right here. And over on the far side here, I actually have the ability of pulling lots of new bits of information. So I can actually grab something like a function tag. Well, let's see, that was there. I want to actually grab maybe the position of where it's located at. The big ones that I'm looking for though are the origin and destination stuff. So I'm going to go and grab that. So origin component mark, and let's see. Let's go back in there again. So I want to do that. Plus, I want to grab. Scroll back up here. Origin mark. Oh, don't need the double plus there. And then I want to do destination. So now when I do a wire, I'll actually have the wire number plus whatever components attached to where it's going. So a lot of companies are using that. So big enhancement with the formula managers, and again, lots of different places in the software. Alright, so this next section is more of a workflow change, an optional workflow change. This is titled Multipart Association to Symbol, and so I'm going to kind of walk through it a little bit here. So I'm going to be in the Libraries tab, Manufacturer Part Manager. I created a new manufacturer part for a contact relay. If I open that up, I'll see that I've got relay coil and two circuits there for normally open power contact. And back here on the Properties tab, I've gone and pre-assigned a symbol to this particular manufacturer. So if I hit the ellipses button or the dot dot dot, I pre-selected a symbol associated to that manufacturer. So I'm going to close out here, and then I'm going to drop in a new manufactured part to my location L4, and I'll go and grab my contact relay, say select, and I'm going to go look for a contact relay for that manufacturer. I'll go and grab that out and add it to my project down below there. So now that's a manufactured part that has no symbol associated to it yet. So I'm going to do a right click and I'll say insert symbol. So this, up to this point, you've been able to do in previous versions. So I'll insert the symbol. It automatically picks the correct one, so I'll go and drop that onto the line so it picks it up. And then the new item is, if I do a right click, I can come down into this component option and say insert symbol. And what that does is it opens up my symbol insertion dialog. So I'll go and say other symbol, and I'm going to jump up to my coils, pick out a coil, say select, and I'll go and just drop that onto the page, and the new coil symbol is automatically associated back to that K1 there. So it's that right click component, and the options that are here, those are all new for this this release. I think it's just a faster way of doing what we did in the previous, where you would just drop in a coil and say, okay, it is the same as K1. So this section is titled Populate Spreadsheet with BOM Data. I kind of briefly covered this in one of the previous videos, but I wanted to view it again here just to kind of reiterate some of the stuff that it does bring in here. So Import Export tab, we have the ability to export to Excel. And last time I think I probably did all objects. This time I'm just going to do the electrical components. And what this one allows me to do, so I exported it twice, I'm going to export it again. Allows me to get all the component information of my components tree. So if I take a look at it, I actually have path mark, the manual mark, whether it's yes or no, root mark, number mark, the function. So it actually carries all that stuff in for all of my items. That's just by function. So then we go to location, it breaks it down, all the locations, all the items for box cabinet. Let's jump over to contact or relay. So again, it breaks it down to where it's located at. So quite a bit of information in here, so you can use this to export elsewhere, or just to give you a master list of where everything's located at. This one's pretty simple. It's the support for the 2013 version of DXF DWG. Nothing real special with it. Import, export, export DWG files. So when I go to export it, it gives me the 2013 version opposed to the 2010 or older version. So new format, so just a new one that's supported now. This is a pretty simple, another simple one. It is the varied line width in schematic. Essentially it's just giving us the ability of making certain lines thicker than others or thinner than others. I'm going to jump over into my projects tab, go down to my wire styles. Again, wire styles are a per project item. So I'll go and dive into my three-phase, go and grab my control, and I'll go and bring up the properties for that control there. And so we've had the line type, so we've been able to change the line type there in the previous versions, but not the line width. So I'm going to thicken those up a little bit. So I might go 0.6, and I'll go and hit OK, close, and you'll see that that particular line is thicker than the rest of the lines. And again, it's just a way to emphasize or bring the attention to certain wires over other wires. This is another quick look of what was covered in part 3. I just want to give you a quick look of the list here again. And if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/DDICAD. And definitely check out our tech blog at ddicad.com/TechCenter. Thanks and have a great day.